Hello again. So today we're looking at the grade 3 and 4 standard rudiments. Obviously, if you've skipped over the grade 1 and 2, I'd recommend going back and watching that just in case. So the first one is the 5-stroke roll. To put it very bluntly, this one is a double stroke roll for 5 notes. Here it is. There you go, 5 notes, easy peasy. Next one, this is the 7-stroke roll. It's the same idea, it's a double stroke roll, but for 7 notes. Let's have a go. Next one, the 9-stroke roll. Hopefully I don't need to explain, but if I do, it's a double stroke roll for 9 notes. So next up, these onto the grade 4 rudiments now. There's quite a few of these ones, I'm afraid. 6 in total. So first of all, we have flam taps. So I honestly think the easiest way of these ones, either think of the name, flam tap, which describes what it is, it's a flam, or whatever to tap afterwards, or thinking outside the box a little bit, it's actually a double stroke roll, but you're adding a little flam before the change of sticking. I'll show you. Next one up is another flam inspired one. This is a flam accent. So this, once again, different ways of thinking about it. It's singles in triplets, which means a group of 3, with a flam at the beginning of each group of 3, or triplet. Or the other thing to think is, it sounds like the name. Flam accent, flam accent, flam accent, with the flam is literally where the flam is, accent, the other 2 syllables matching the rhythm. Next, weird enough, another flam inspired one. This is called the flammercue. So when I was starting off on drums and learning these originally, these are the ones I really struggled to remember because I couldn't really find an obvious way to remember them. It's essentially a single stroke roll for 5 notes with a flam at the beginning and a flam at the end. Now the only way I can help remembering them is if you think of a cue of notes and then there's a flam there at the beginning of the cue, there's a flam at the end, a flammercue. If it helps you at all, I'm glad. If it doesn't, I'm sure you can try to think of your own idea. It's probably better than mine. Anyway, this is how it goes. So the next one, if you watch my previous video, the grade 1 and 2 rudiments, I said that there's lots and lots of paradiddles that seem to go on and on and on. We've now got 3 new ones. So first of all, this is a flam paradiddle. It's basically a paradiddle with a flam at the front of it. It's not a very imaginative name, which makes it quite easy to remember. Fortunately, it doesn't make it that easier to play, but here it is. Next up is a double paradiddle, or as some people call it, a paraparadiddle. The idea, once again, if you've watched my previous video with the grade 1 and 2, I said that paradiddles kind of sound like the name. Paradiddle, the diddle being the double part. That means the para is the single part So para-paradiddle implies that it is right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, which is exactly correct. So if someone ever asks you to play a double paradiddle, try and think para-paradiddle, and hopefully you'll remember it. But here it goes. And then last but not least, the paradiddle diddle. So this is basically the same idea, whereas a double paradiddle or a para-paradiddle was single, single, double, right, left, right, left, right, right. The paradiddle diddle has two lots of diddles or doubles at the end. Right, left, right, right, left, left. So with these ones, they're one of the only few that don't swap the sticking. A lot of them start on the right, then go on to the left. This one always stays on the hand you start on. I would always recommend swapping and practicing it with the other hand as well. But for now, here's the basic version. So there you go. That's all the grade 3 and 4 rudiments. Hopefully some of my ideas have helped you remember them. I know sometimes they can be a bit stupid and a bit silly, but sometimes funny, silly things help us remember things. Anyway, thanks for watching. There will be a grade 5 and 6 rudiment video on here somewhere, so if you want to look at those ones, feel free. But until then, goodbye.